All my suffering comes from the things I wanted, from the weight of my own desires, and the fear of what I might become. I'm terrified of myself because every time I reach for something, it feels like the universe wants a revolution in return, as if my pain is the fuel needed to shake a rotten, dying world. And I ask myself, isn't it true that the thought of the destination eats me alive day and night? Isn't it true that with every step forward, I slip closer to madness? Is this not enough? Tonight, I don't know which God I'm speaking to, which forgotten deity, which cold, silent force is listening. But whoever you are, hear me. This suffering you placed in my bones is not the price of my desires. If you've wounded my existence by mistake, if regret burns in whatever soul you have left, I don't want your apology. I don't want your mercy. I won't let the pride you carried for thousands of years crack because of me. If you committed this crime against a creature like me, and now you tremble with remorse, and let me go, just let me go. But the sky above me doesn't answer. It splits open instead, like a dying god taking his final breath. The ground trembles beneath my feet, not from fear, but from recognition. Something ancient is waking, and it knows my name. I walk through a wasteland shaped by my own shadow. Every ruin whispers the same truth. My suffering was never punishment. It was preparation. The world around me bends, shifts, twists, like reality can't decide whether to kill me or crown me. And in that darkness, a voice rises, not divine, not human, something in between. You were never meant to be spared. You were meant to ascend. My breath stops. My pulse becomes thunder. And for the first time, I understand this journey wasn't leading me to a destination. It was forging a weapon, sharpening a mind, breaking a soul, only so it could rebuild itself, stronger than the world that tried to shatter it. I take one step forward, and the world bends with me. If the gods won't free me, I will free myself. If the universe won't change for me, I will tear it open and reshape it. And if destiny itself refuses to let me go, I will make destiny remember the day it tried to cage me. This isn't the end of my suffering. This is the beginning of my uprising. But ascension is never clean. And the moment I stepped forward, the world answered in a language older than sound. The air around me thickened, like reality was folding in on itself. The ruined streets twisted into shapes I recognized, fragments of memories I had tried to bury, places I once stood, people I once loved, versions of myself I abandoned along the way. They surrounded me like ghosts, not to haunt me, but to remind me of everything I walked through to reach this moment. For a long time, I thought my suffering was chaos, random, cruel, a punishment handed down by something indifferent. But now I see it for what it truly was, a map, a brutal, unforgiving map carved into my bones, pulling me toward a version of myself I was too afraid to imagine. And as I walked deeper into that shifting wasteland, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Clarity, not comfort, not peace, just clarity, sharp enough to cut through every lie I ever told myself. I realized the world didn't want to destroy me. It wanted to know if I could survive the truth. The truth that my desires weren't the enemy. The truth that fear was only the first doorway. The truth that every time I broke, something stronger was trying to take shape. So I kept walking, each step heavier but more certain than the last. And then I saw it, a figure standing at the end of the road, shaped like me, built like me, but taller, colder, made of the same fire that once terrified me. My shadow finally given form. It watched me with eyes that knew everything. Every weakness, every failure, every secret rage I never admitted to myself. For a moment, I froze because I understood exactly what it was. It wasn't a monster. It wasn't a god. It wasn't an illusion. It was the version of me that my suffering had been trying to carve out of the stone for years. The version of me that didn't ask for permission to exist. The version of me that didn't break under the weight of desire, but carried it like a weapon. And when it finally spoke, its voice wasn't separate from mine. It was mine. The voice I had abandoned a long time ago. You're done running, it said. Now choose. Choose what kind of creature I wanted to become. Choose whether I would keep living as the wounded version of myself or step into the one forged by pain, ready to bend the world instead of bow to it. The sky cracked again. The earth trembled, not in warning and acknowledgement, as if the entire universe was waiting for me to make the decision it could not make for me. So I reached out toward the shadow, toward myself, toward the future that terrified me. In the moment my hand touched his chest, everything shattered. The ruins, the darkness, the voices, the sky, the fear, all of it exploded outward like glass under a hammer. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't afraid of what I might become, because I finally understood. I wasn't becoming something new. I was returning to what I always was. A force, a consequence, a storm wearing human skin. The uprising wasn't around me. It was inside me. And now that it's awake, nothing in this world or any other will ever put it back to sleep.